Hello, and welcome back to Telltale's Game of Thrones. We're in a section 3, or rather the third character. Lord Forrester's like, I guess the people he knew and the people around him, two of which are his children, and Garrett is off to the wall. I think Garrett so far has got to be my favourite character in general, but we've only seen a small sort of... I guess a segment of what's going to happen and how they might react to situations in that character. So who knows? But so far, I really enjoyed the first character, Garrett. Second character, I was actually pleasantly surprised to see how he was and how he can act, I guess, and how I've opted to make him act. And I'm very excited to see how this is. This feels very, right now, Sansa style situation, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I suppose technically when you think about it, they had a lot of children from each house in King's Landing prior to the war to use as hostages, and I suppose I'm technically just another hostage right now, similar to Sansa Stark's situation, or rather what was. Alright, so we've got a few sort of things inside this chest. Let's have a look. An unfinished letter. You gonna read it? Okay, I don't get to read it then. Oh, look at, on read. Okay, maybe I should have just read it first. You know, why did I look at it?
Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come. Although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances.
I love that accent. That's a great
accent. I miss
accent.
all of you, and I look forward to the day you can
visit. I mean, you're one word away from a finished letter there, to be honest with you. What's these? We've got some coins here.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Essos. That's to the east, right? I don't quite remember the exact location of Essos, but I don't believe that's in Westeros. That's to the east, I'm pretty sure.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me.
She knows Lady Marjorie.
It once belonged to Lady Olenna.
Okay. She looks like she's been crying as this character. If you have a look at her face.
Ethan made this for me.
I guess it's the left cheek, it just looks discolored, I guess. Maybe that's not on purpose, I don't know. Right then, let's have a look around the room a bit more then. Dusty old tome, you've been doing some heavy reading.
By Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Roderick, your brother sent that, who is now dead.
I hope to see them all someday.
You don't actually know, she doesn't know Roderick's dead. I don't think she knows the betrayal, the Red Wedding's even happened yet. Let's have a look outside.
King's Landing.
This is another character that gets to see it.
Sunny at Ironrath today.
It's another character that gets to have a look at a beautiful view, and I don't get to see it. But the character does, and I get to look at the character's face. Oh, we got a letter here from the mother.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Right. We're gonna have to win Marjorie over and have her help us. Okay, we have an objective, guys. We have an objective for this episode. Let's see if we can pull it off. I believe that's everything in the room sort of checked. And someone's at the door.
One moment.
Oh. Sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Who is this? I don't trust him. I'm gonna be on my guard.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Why are you so messy? Are you someone who's sort of to look after the room or something? And I'm not supposed to see you. Okay. Looks like he's putting coals in the fire.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you alright?
That's why he's covered in the dust.
If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
He seems like a nice character. I'd like to make friends with him.
I'm just worried about my family.
Letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
He's covered in a coal that he spends his days touching, I see.
You work for Lady Marjorie?
You're asking a lot of questions now.
I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
It's not a good time.
Perhaps you should come back later.
Of course, milady.
It's not that I don't trust him yet, but I just don't know that person, that character very well. And in King's Landing, you trust no one. There's a lot of spies. And he was being very specific with questions rather than non-specific and just showing that he cares, you know? So I don't trust him quite yet. Holy shit! It's Marjorie.
Lady Marjorie, you're right.
Wow, look at that.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk.
Ah, the voice acting!
Come, there's something we must
I'm
discuss.
so happy they got the actual actors to do it. It would have been so annoying to hear these characters that sound like something that I know, and then their voice is different.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief.
Shit.
But you must not despair. We will get through this
Maybe I needed to be more upfront
You
about
must
it.
understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen.
Yeah, it's because of the handmaiden that I didn't
have
want to
a
jump
handmaiden
straight to
from
it.
the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford.
Right.
Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept.
I need to ask her when
She
we're
mentioned the
alone
Northern
together.
in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I
Holy
would bring
shit,
you
we're
to
gonna
her.
see Cersei as
I
well.
wouldn't ask this of you if it were
That's
not
amazing.
important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so
Okay,
near.
because I need you, I'm
Do
going to
as
help
ask,
you.
my lady.
I'll do whatever it
I
takes.
knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Okay. Alright, I'll do exactly that. I'll do exactly
See if
what
the
you
Queen
want.
Regent is ready to receive us.
But I want something in return, which is help for my family. That's the plan here. It's a game face, guys. Game face. What's this guy looking at? We're
You'll
alone.
be fine. I know you will.
This would be a good time to
You
mention
may
it.
feel one thing, but you must say another.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
Good luck.
Okay, so maybe I can trust this girl or woman as well, the one listening to our conversation. But I don't know yet. Oh, there's the Iron Throne. Cersei right there, and motherfucking Tyrion. Yes.
You can do this.
Oh my God, the throne is right there. What's Tyrion doing here? He's gonna help. Tyrion's gonna help. He will. Some merchants here. It's what it would look like. They've done a great
Lady
job
Marjorie.
with the appearances.
Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I'm gonna kneel.
Your Grace.
There we go.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Alright, I might be angry.
Is your family loyal to the king?
I might think one thing.
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
I'm gonna
He's
go
not
ahead
here,
and
is
say
he?
whatever she needs
She
to.
is. The girl can speak for her house.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Fuck you.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. I take it this is the kind of loyalty the king can expect from you. If you have any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yeah, that's the plan.
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
That's not what I wanted to do,
Old
though.
allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over,
God,
we
it's
must
like
look to rebuild and forge
walking on a
new
room full of
alliances.
eggshells.
There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
How do I say
Forrester
yes
Ironwood
without annoying
does
them?
seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I will do
Oh,
anything.
fuck, no. She's gonna turn it. She's gonna turn it against me.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held
God.
accountable?
Alright, this is a big question. I'm gonna say
Are you
regret.
sure she regrets it?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
I'm trying to be on her
If
side.
there's
Oh
a
god, this
point
is so
to this,
difficult.
I hope you find it quickly.
This is so difficult.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not.
Oh
Who
god.
knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
Oh fuck.
I'm sure she
Let the
would.
girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king.
I hope Marjorie understands.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
Marjorie told me to just lie, essentially.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants,
Oh god.
which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
All I wanted to do was do the right thing and make sure Marjorie understands that I'm on her side, but do
I'll
as she
walk
told
around.
me. Do as she told me, you know? Make
This may
Cersei
come
happy.
as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton.
Well, that makes sense.
We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the North.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to
What
hear.
choice did I
Poor
have?
Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased.
I don't want to
It
upset
was quite
Marjorie.
the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. but I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we
God,
can.
they've done such a good job.
She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
it's too
Lord
dangerous.
Tyrion, but it's a risk I cannot afford.
I admire your discretion.
I like you, obviously.
Now, if
Tyrion,
you'll excuse
awesome
me,
character.
I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
I'm gonna need the help from Marjorie, and getting the help from Tyrion is just gonna backfire. You know, he said it himself. He warned me I could, but it might backfire, and I took his advice. Now I tried to follow what Marjorie asked of me, and God, it didn't go well, did it? It did not go well.
Mira, I was worried. How was it?
Awful.
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding.
The white wedding.
You and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th sons. Sir Jaime, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Oh my God.
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell.
He's
the
the badass.
I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
Is that what you care about?
Marrying a king? I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Don't ask me
He does
that.
have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
For the family.
Which is more than you can
For
say
the family.
for his mother.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right. Of course. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms.
I'm unsure about
I'd allow
you.
you to be my handmaiden.
I'm unsure about this friend.
Let's see. Who else should we marry off?
This is a
Brienne
bad
of
game.
Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match.
Okay, no, I don't like her. I don't like
Sir
her.
Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well? Sarah?
Apologize.
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
Okay, good. She's not mad. She's not mad. I think we did good.
King's Landing can
Even
be
though it felt
exhausting
awful.
sometimes.
Yeah, seriously.
There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over.
They painted the environment so well.
I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly.
Good.
Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Yeah.
I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
I've got to ask her for the help.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Yes, there are.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Oh, God. Sarah, it's going to backfire if I let Sarah.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
She's nice and everything, but she just openly made me believe that it would backfire. If she was there when I say this, someone else will find out, and then more people will find out. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's not going to like me now.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
Sarah would make this all go wrong, so I had to get rid of her.
Is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
That's what she wants.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even
It's
his
true.
mother.
It's true, she uses that power.
Ramsay Snow will
Maybe
arrive
I
at
can
Ironwood
help with
within a
her
week.
beginning to start that.
I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make
Yes.
your request, but I cannot promise
Yes,
anything.
we did it!
Thank you, my lady.
Oh,
I will send a raven to my family at once.
God. King's Landing, man, I told you. The deception, the lies, the trickery. You gotta be wary of whoever's listening. You know, understand how people work, and everyone has two faces and two sides. Holy shit. That was really difficult, but it felt just like King's Landing. It was like I was there. Hang on, what's that? Holy shit. Don't book. Oh, fuck. Well, I guess I'm walking to the wall now. I better go help. Yeah, I better go help whoever that was. Who's fucking... Oh my god.
Let's play a little game,
Oh,
shall we?
fuck.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
That's the one that I spared.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat.
Fuck.
I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
For fuck's sake.
My lord?
Shh. Listen.
Don't move. Don't move.
There.
The horse.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
Don't move. They'll catch you. Don't move.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
That's Ramsay Snow. You can't run from that. I knew that there was no escape if he saw me, so it was worth the risk of not being seen. That was the right call. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, that was close. Oh my god, this is fucking amazing. It feels like you're in the world. Wow. They're gone. Okay guys, I'm sorry that I've got to cut it there. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. And more soon. I've been Hollow, you've been you. Holy shit.